Evening, everybody. It's 5:36 on Wednesday the 6th, and this is your closing comment. It's video number 1351. Before I get started, two things I want to say. Number one, I'm going to try and make this a little shorter as I have in the mornings so that maybe more people will actually watch them. I understand that sometimes, there's all kinds of things that need to be said, and it might take 8 or 10 minutes, but I'm trying to keep it down to about 4 or 5. The other thing is, what the hell are these people talking about on CNBC and Fox about the reopening trade? The reopening trade is a year into it already. What are they looking for? You got the reopening trade in the cruise lines and the airlines, and what happened? They ran them up, and of course, reality set in that these companies are never going to make any money again since they have so much dilution and debt, and they're run so poorly that 1 in 5 flights over this long weekend were seriously delayed, and several thousand were canceled. The reliability of air travel is zilch. There is no reliability. Okay, so we had an interesting day today. It was kind of quiet. We started on the downside with the futures. The Dow was down about 110 before the open. The Nasdaq was down 70. The S&P was down 14. We opened. We went down towards those levels, and we stopped going down. There was noticeable nervousness because we had the FOMC minutes read at 2 o'clock, but frankly, nobody cared, and the market rallied back to the highs and then closed about mid-range. We had the jolts, the job openings, 11.254 million, down from 11.68. We had the service PMI, 52.7, down from 57.6. What else did we have? Oh, we had, of course, manufacturing PMI, 55.3, down from 55.9. And, of course, we had mortgage apps, which were down another 5.4%. We're down last week. We're down the week before. We're down the week before that, partially due to no refis and partially due to housing prices. Okay, so the Dow finished actually pretty well, up about 70, 0.23%. The Nasdaq up about 40.35. S&P up 14.36. We had the Russell down 13 and change, or 0.8%. And I'm not even going to give you the percent on the transports because they were down $6.61. So some minuscule number there. Chart on the screen is the oil. And as you can see, got right back down into support. 95.10, closed 98.53, down less than a dollar on this weekly chart. Let's see on the daily. And we'll take it right back into 6 months through the bottom Bollinger Band. So hit the top Bollinger Band, went through the bottom, came back up to the breakdown, and started lower again. Today closed dead center mid-range, just like the stocks did. I'm guessing that we're getting a little bit oversold in here, and I expect to see it move higher. The gold, on the other hand, looked really poorly. Got down to, I believe, 1730. So a horrendous move. And by the way, I did talk to Dennis, and he was long gold and silver and got out the night before last, pretty close to the highs, actually. So he's still doing remarkably well. Here's the gold. And as you can see on the daily, we were through the bottom of the Bollinger Band yesterday, and we closed that much further below it today. I would say, if I had to guess, that this is now, instead of being 2 standard deviations. I'm going to guess this would be closer to 3. I'll check on that tonight and give you the answer tomorrow. On the other hand, we bought the AGQ, which is the leveraged silver ETF. Silver was the only metal that was higher, and I think that the reason for that is because it was down so much harder, so much earlier. Also, through the bottom Bollinger Band. Today is the third day, but we actually closed up on the day, about 2/3 up on the range. We paid 34 and 35 cents for the AGQ July 15th. That's next Friday, 24 calls, and they closed at 32 cents. So I'm kind of pleased with that. Bitcoin down 115, but as far as I'm concerned, this one is beginning to show some resiliency. It's running out of momentum on the downside. Today was an inside day, closing down 115, which is really kind of meaningless on a $20,000 number. The dollar was higher by 58 cents at 106.90 at the close. It traded above 107 as both the pound and the euro were sharply lower yet again. Bonds were down about 1 3/8 a point, and nat gas, same thing as the Bitcoin, in that it was a very quiet day and it finished down a penny. So I think that one's running out of momentum on the downside also. Tomorrow's Thursday. Thursday, as you know, is claims day. So we'll see what those kind of numbers look like. And of course, Friday we'll have the big employment number. And there are a lot of people saying they expect the unemployment rate to rise. So basically, today was a mega cap with the exclusion of the Chinese stocks. So let's see, we had Google, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Microsoft all up. Netflix down a little, Nvidia up a little, but Alibaba down, Baidu down, a little bit of a pullback in Chipotle, down 20 to 1,300 and change, 1.5%, really not much. Boeing down a little, Caterpillar down a little, Disney down a little, which is actually okay with me after the day it had yesterday. As far as stocks in the news, um, RFP. This is an interesting one, and it's a Canadian lumber company, and it's being bought for $20.50 all cash, closed 2036, up just a scant 63%. And KRNT, which gave poor guidance, this morning it was trading 23.90, down 766. It actually traded all the way down to 2040, but closed 23.59, lower than this morning, down 797 or 25%. Okay, I'll be back first thing in the morning.